Good morning, class 7th. This is your biology book. In first two videos, we have completed the chapter explanation of chapter number 1. That was your plant tissues. So in first two videos, our explanation was over. Our chapter discussion was completed. So in today's video, I am going to give you the exercises and the question answers of these chapters. So just open your page numbers 10 on your biology books. The first question is select the correct option. So in select the correct option, the first part is a group of similar cells which perform a specific function. So when there is a group of similar cells and they are performing a specific function, so that part is known as a tissue. The answer is a tissue. Second question, a plant tissue that is found at the tips of the shoot. Tips of the shoot means they are helping in the increase in length of the plant. Okay, so the tissue that is found at the tips of the shoot is apical meristem. It is the C part, apical meristem. The epidermis of a plant part is composed of, so the epidermis consists of the plant tissue, that is your parenchyma tissue. Epidermis of a plant part is composed of parenchyma tissue, part A. Fourth question is tissues found in growing regions of the plants are the, so we have just discussed the tissues that helps in the growth of the plants because they are actively dividing, they are meristematic tissues, that is also A part, meristematic tissues. Fifth one, sieve tubes and companion cells are the components of. So sieve cells and sieve tubes and companion cells, they are the components of phloem. There are two parts, two tissues, complex tissues in plants, xylem and phloem. So the sieve tubes and companion cells are the components of phloem, A part. Now comes your sixth question. Examples of vascular tissues in plants are vascular tissues. Vascular means the conducting tissues in plants are xylem and phloem. So the C part, both xylem and phloem. Seventh question. The cell wall of sclerenchyma tissue have deposits of. So sclerenchyma tissue have the deposits of lignin, A part, lignin. The water conducting tissue of the plants is called xylem. Water conducting, the tissue that helps in the water conduction of plants, that is your xylem, A part. Ninth question, phloem in the plant performs the function of, so phloem in the plant, it performs the function of conduction of food because the leaves prepare food, but how is it transported? Through the phloem in the plant. So conduction of food, that is your B part. Next is which one of the following is made of dead cells? So which one is made up of dead cells? Tracheids, vessels, sclerenchyma, or all of them? That is all of them. Tracheids, vessels and sclerenchyma, they are all consisting of dead cells. So all of them, that is your D part. Next is permanent tissues differ from meristematic tissues in, so what is the difference between permanent tissues and meristematic tissues? Attainment of definite shape, inability to divide, and performing a distinct function. So in all the three categories, the tissues, they differ from each other. So in all of them, the D part, all of them. Okay, so the next question is fill in the blanks with the correct option. So your options are given. Okay, you just have to tick mark the option for the fill in the blanks. Okay, pits are found in the walls of dash cells. So pits, where are they found? In the walls of sclerenchyma or parenchyma? That is your sclerenchyma cells. Just tick mark sclerenchyma. Second is cells are living, elongated and thickened at the corners in dash tissue, parenchyma or collenchyma. So cells are living, elongated and thickened at the corners. Due to some deposition, parenchyma walls are very thin. So it is at collenchyma tissue. So just tick mark the collenchyma. Third one is plant tissues which have thin walled cells with abundant cytoplasm are called dash tissues. So the plant tissues which are thin walled, that is your permanent or meristematic, that is meristematic tissues. Tick mark, meristematic tissues. Fourth one is the food prepared by the leaves is translocated through the dash tissues in plants. So food prepared by the leaves is translocated through phloem. The food is translocated through phloem. Fifth is the water is conducted from the soil to the aerial parts of the plant through the dash tissue. So water is conducted through xylem. The tissue is xylem. Sixth, a plant tissue which do not possess living protoplasm at maturity is called, so that is dead, that doesn't consist of living protoplasm at maturity, that is your sclerenchyma. A plant tissue which is dead, which do not possess living protoplasm, that is your sclerenchyma. Seventh, in plants, the organ that makes food is the leaf. This you are studying since grade 3rd. Okay, so the organ that makes food is leaf through the process of photosynthesis. Eighth, water moves upward inside the plant body through the xylem or phloem. We have just discussed. Water moves through xylem. Ninth, a dash tissue is made of cells that are incapable of cell division. So, incapable of cell division means cells are not dividing in that tissue. That is your permanent tissue. Permanent. Okay, now next comes your state if the following statements are true or false, and then correct the false statement. Okay, so you just have to state whether the given statements are true or false, and then you have to correct the false statement also. Okay, so first part is your meristematic cells are small and thin walled. Since they are actively dividing, so yes, they are small and thin walled. It is a true statement, right? True. Second, the permanent tissues have actively dividing cells. The permanent tissues have actively dividing cells? No. The meristematic tissues have actively dividing cells. You can either write permanent tissues, in place of permanent tissues you can write meristematic tissues, or you can write the permanent tissues doesn't have actively dividing cells. So this is a false statement, and the correct statement is either you can write meristematic tissues have actively dividing cells, or the permanent tissues does not have actively dividing cells. Third one is the meristematic tissues arise from the permanent tissue. False. The permanent tissues arise from the meristematic tissues. जो मेरिस्टेमेटिक टिश्यूज होते हैं दे स्टॉप डिवाइडिंग एंड देन दे फॉर्म द परमानेंट टिश्यू. ओके, सो द परमानेंट टिश्यूज अराइज फ्रॉम द मेरिस्टेमेटिक टिश्यूज. Fourth one, sclerenchyma tissue consists of thick-walled dead cells. We have just discussed in the fill in the blanks also. Yes, sclerenchyma cells are dead. Okay, so sclerenchyma tissues consist of thick-walled due to the deposition of lignin and dead cells. True statement. Fifth, xylem tissue is made up of sieve tubes. Xylem tissue doesn't consist of sieve tubes. That is your phloem tissue. So it is a false statement. Cut xylem and write phloem. Phloem tissue is made up of sieve tubes. Next is your sixth one. Phloem is an example of complex permanent tissue. So phloem is an example of complex permanent tissue. Yes, it is a true statement because there are only two complex permanent tissues, that is your xylem and phloem. So phloem is an example of complex permanent tissue. Write it true. Then next comes your seventh true false, that is your permanent tissues are immature in nature. Permanent tissues are immature in nature. False. Permanent tissues are completely mature in nature because they are not dividing now. Okay, they have become matured. So you can write mature in place of immature. And the last true false is a group of cells similar in structure and function form an organ No, that was the first line of your chapter. A group of cells, when they are combined together, similar in structure and function, that is known as tissue. So you can cut organ and write tissue. So that was all for your true false. Now comes your fourth question, that is match the following. The first part is tissues have actively dividing cells. So which tissues have actively dividing cells? That is your B part, meristematic. Tissues which have actively dividing cells are meristematic. Next one, outermost covering of plant parts. Outermost covering of plant parts is A part, epidermis. Epidermis. Next, xylem. So xylem is a kind of complex permanent tissue, that is your E part. Xylem, match xylem with complex permanent tissue. Fourth one is lignin deposits are found in. So the deposition of lignin is in which tissue? C part, sclerenchyma. Match fourth one with C part, sclerenchyma. Now the last fifth one is a spongy plant tissue which takes part in photosynthesis. So a spongy plant tissue that is taking part in photosynthesis, that is your chlorenchyma. Don't get confused between collenchyma and chlorenchyma. Collenchyma, it is a type of simple permanent tissue that is different from parenchyma, okay? But chlorenchyma is itself a type of parenchyma tissue that helps in photosynthesis. So match fifth match with D part, chlorenchyma. Okay, so now your next exercise, fifth part is choose the odd one out and give scientific reasons. Okay, so the space given is too short here for the scientific reasons. You can stick a small paper and write the answers, the reasons in that specific page, and then paste it in your books. Okay, so first one is your xylem, parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. So which one is the odd one out? That is your xylem. So you will circle xylem and write the scientific reason. Xylem is a complex permanent tissue while others are simple permanent tissues. See, it's written here like in this page, okay? Because the space given is too short. So xylem is a complex permanent tissue while others are simple permanent tissue. Next, companion cells, vessels, sieve tubes and xylem. So which one is the odd one out? Xylem. Because others are components of phloem. The scientific reason for this is because others are components of phloem. Third, vessels, companion cells, sieve tubes and collenchyma. So which one is the odd one out? Collenchyma. Because others are, again, others are components of phloem. Others are components of phloem. Fourth one, apical, lateral, intercalary and epidermis. So which one is the odd one out? Epidermis. Because others are the types of meristematic tissue. Others are the types of meristematic tissue. Last one, parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma and meristematic. So which one is the odd one out? Meristematic. You will circle meristematic and write the reason. Others are the types of simple permanent tissue. Simple permanent tissue. Now, next one is understanding ideas, and the first part in this is give one word for the following. So, the first is the outermost protective covering of the plant parts. So what is the outermost protective covering of the plant parts called? Epidermis. It is epidermis. Epidermis. Second, the cell deposits of sclerenchyma tissue. Cell deposits of sclerenchyma tissue is lignin. Lignin. Third one, a group of similar cells performing the similar function. We have done it in fill in the blanks also. Group of similar cells performing the similar function is tissue. Right? Tissue. Fourth, A type of plant tissue which have completely dead cells. So which have completely dead cells? Sclerenchyma. Sclerenchyma. Fifth one, a meristematic tissue that brings elongation in stem and roots. So elongation in stem and roots is brought about by apical meristem. That is your apical meristem. Sixth one is a tissue conducts food from the leaves to various plant parts. So which one is the tissue that conducts food from the leaves to various plant parts? That is your phloem. Phloem. And eighth one is your a type of meristematic tissue that helps in increasing the length of the plant organ. So increase in length of plant organ is brought about by intercalary meristem. Intercalary meristem. Now comes your second question, that is answer the following questions in short. So these are your short answered questions. Okay. Your first part is name the vascular tissues of the plants. Vascular tissues, the conducting tissues. They are your xylem and phloem. The answer is xylem and phloem. But when you will write it in paper, you have to write the vascular tissues of the plants are xylem and phloem. You have to write the part from the question also. The vascular tissues of the plants are xylem and phloem. Second, where do we find the meristematic tissues in plants? We find the meristematic tissues in plants at the tips of the shoot and root. At the tips of the shoot and root. At the tips of the shoot and root. Third one, name the different types of meristematic tissues of plants. So what are the how many types of meristematic tissues are present? There are 3 types. Okay. So the different types of meristematic tissues in plants are apical, lateral and intercalary. Apical, lateral and intercalary. Now fourth question, where are the stomata present in plants? So where are the stomata present in plants? The stomata are present in the plants at the lower surface of the leaves. Lower surface of the leaves. The stomata are present in plants at the lower surface of the leaves. Fifth question, what are the permanent tissues and what is so special about them? So there are 2 parts in this question and it is a little bit longer. Okay. So permanent tissues develops from the new cells formed by the division of meristematic tissues. Permanent tissues develops from the new cells formed by the division of meristematic tissues. And what is so special about them? They have a definite form and size. They have a definite form and size, no cytoplasm and have large vacuole. They have a definite form and size, no cytoplasm and have large vacuole. Now the sixth question is, name the different types of simple permanent tissues. So what are the 3 types of simple permanent tissues? The different types of simple permanent tissues are parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. Parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. Next one, 7th. Why is the epidermis called as a protective covering of the plant? So why the epidermis is called as protective covering? The epidermis is called as protective covering of the plants because the epidermal cells are compactly arranged in a single layer which protects the plant from external influence such as heat and moisture. So why is epidermis called as protective covering? Because it is protecting the inner plant parts. Okay, they are compactly arranged in a single layer and they are protecting the plant from the external influences. But what are the external influences? Like heat and moisture. Now comes your 8th question. What are the conducting elements of xylem and phloem? So the conducting element of xylem is xylem tracheides. Tracheids. Tracheids. The conducting element of xylem is xylem tracheides. And the conducting element of phloem is sieve tubes. Sieve. Sieve tubes. Next, ninth question is, which plant tissue provides both mechanical strength and flexibility to the plant? In the table of parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma, we have done the functions of the three. So which plant tissue provides mechanical strength and flexibility? That is your collenchyma. The plant tissue that provides both mechanical strength and flexibility to the plant is collenchyma. 10th question, last short answered question. Which chemical substance is deposited in the secondary wall of sclerenchyma? So the chemical substance that is deposited in the secondary wall of sclerenchyma is lignin. Lignin, that is lignin. So here your short answers are also over. In this video, I have given you all the exercises and the short answered questions. So in next video, I will give you the long answers and the diagram based questions. Complete your work. Keep on revising. Thank you.